Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Wonderful. Can we have a tiny bit more ruach? Ruach means spirit or life. Maybe breathe out all of the good stuff that was in your week, or toss away the bad stuff. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, I feel it. I feel it in my soul. Yes. We're here, back, Temple Habonim. We'll welcome you at home as well, watching via live stream on YouTube. Tonight, it's a little bit of a wonderful night. It's a little bit of a mixed bag because, as you all know, I know you know, Zoe is becoming a bat mitzvah tomorrow morning. So excited. That's the good. And the sad part is, if you got your email from, check your email from today, Rabbi Howard has unfortunately contracted COVID and will be out for a little bit. We're wishing him good wishes. I bet you're watching right now, Rabbi. It's not the same without you, but we'll be okay. And we worked together throughout the week to make sure that we would be in good shape. So all you'll need for tonight is the blue Siddur, Mishkan Tefillah. If the Hebrew is something you feel comfortable joining in with, great. If the English is something you feel comfortable joining in with, great. If none of that is comfortable for you and you don't know any of this, feel free to let the words wash over you and zone out in whatever way works for you. I invite everybody to take a deep breath, set an intention for tonight. Now I invite the Weiser family up to light the Shabbat candles.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness remind us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, we among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Thank you so much. We continue on page 128. On page 128 with Hine Ma Tov. Hine Ma Tov says, how wonderful is it that we have people to sit next to, that we have people to engage with, that we have wonderful people in our lives. And if you'd like to clap, there's a clap part. It goes, Hine Ma Tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov. Umanayim shevet achayot gam yachad. Hine ma tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov. Umanayim shevet achayot gam yachad. Repeat after me. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. We can sing that part together next time. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov. Umanayim shevet achayot gam yachad. So if any of you were bar or bat or brit mitzvah, maybe recently or long ago, maybe a little less recently, you might remember how nerve-wracking it was. I recently watched my tape of my bar mitzvah, the VHS recording, and I looked terrified. It's a true terrified feeling that I had. And so I told Zoe that because she's being vulnerable, I would be a little vulnerable too and play a song that I wrote. This is a setting for Shabbat. It's called Beautiful Together Tonight. Gone, gone like a freight train, she's gone, like holding a balloon to the wind and letting it go. She is here, she's the reason why we're all here. All my brothers to my sisters, can you hear our prayer? All of us, Cloud Yisrael. So hold each other close. Tonight we are beautiful. Together, beautiful. Together, together tonight. Let your chest rise and fall and just breathe. 'Cause we're living out his story. Since every saint has a past, every sinner has a future. You know we're all in this together. So hold each other close and don't look back. It's time for us to get a little rest and reconnect. Then what's next? Don't let it all go. Out those stained glass windows. Tonight we are beautiful. Together, beautiful. Together, together tonight. Oh, 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 שבר אחים, שבר אחיות, גם יחד. We're on page 144 for the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei Rabba Be'alma divrach hirote v'yamlich malchutei Becha yechon uvyom echon Uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael Bagala bagala Uvizman kariv Ve'imeru Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach Va'alam u'al me'amaya Yitbarach, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach V'yipar, V'yitromam, V'yitnaseh V'yithadar, V'yit'aleh, V'yithalal Shemei Dekudesha Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tush bechata v'nechemata Damiran ba'alma ve'imeru. We're heading into the second section of our service. The warm-up is done. The real prayers begin now. Take a second, close your eyes, find that intention once again. I'll sing the beautiful melody, and when Spirit calls to you, feel free to rise in body or in spirit. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yalla lie, lie, lie. 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 Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed. Le'olam va'ed. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ooh, ooh, Please be seated. Toby, will you come read for us on page 149? You can do so either from your seat or up here on the beamer. Page 149, either reading.
This is an hour of change. Within it, we stand uncertain on the border of life. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back? My brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it, we stand quietly on the border of life. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Thank you so much. We're on page 150, Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadeta, Otanu lemadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shofteinu, Ukumenu nasiach bechukecha, V'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha, U'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki him chayenu, V'yorech yameinu, Ubahem nege yomam v'layla, nege yomam v'layla, Be'ahavatcha tasi, Mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, Ohev amo Yisrael. It's now my pleasure to call our almost bat mitzvah, Zoe Weiser, to the bima to lead us in Shema and Be'ahavta. We're on page 152. Please rise.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malachuto Leolam Va'ed. Please be seated and join me in the Ve'ahavta on page 154, first in Hebrew and then in English. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol modecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'aderech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beineinecha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'yisharecha leman tiskeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzetziechem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments, and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Zoe, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. While you were chanting so beautifully, I knew something was off. I couldn't tell what was going on with me, but I knew something was off with me. Realized I was a little thirsty, so I had a sip of water. That wasn't it. I realized I didn't have my talit on. And I wanted to call attention to this because so often we forget when we're trying to take care of everyone to take care of ourselves too. Take a second for yourself and make sure you're set in the way that you need to be set. And that's the reason that I kind of stop every so often when I'm leading services and ask you to find your intention. It's because so often we do what we think we're supposed to do rather than doing what's best for us. And so, as another moment, we heard another voice in a very beautiful way. Take a second. Think about what it must have been like for the Israelites to be crossing the Red Sea after being in slavery. On page 158, we will sing Micha Mocha in a joyous and loving way. Kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh peleh, nora tehilot oseh peleh. Malechutecha ra'u ba'anecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze'elianu ve'amru, ze'elianu ve'amru. Adonai Yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai Yimloch le'olam va'ed. Page 160. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed, and spread over us the shelter of your peace. Think of a place where you need peace in your life. Allow it to be your personal peace. Once you find that, allow it to extend past yourself, whatever that may look like. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim. Ufros alenu sukat shlomecha, ufros alenu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, and when we wake come morning light, teach us hope, wrong from right, O Adonai. Amen. 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 We're on page 162 for Vishamru, our prayer that helps us remember that today is God's day. God made the world in 6 days, and on the seventh day God rested. Think about the last time you actually rested on the seventh day. Whatever your version of rest is. When's the last time you actually even did that? For each of us, it's different. For some of us, maybe rest is a little more joyous than calm. I want to call your attention to it's the top prayer, but it's the English, the bottom line of the English. It says, for 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased from work and was refreshed. The goal of Shabbat is to leave you refreshed so that you can spend the rest of your week, the next week, doing your best. If you're not refreshed, you can't do your best. So, here at Temple Halbonim, we have a minhag, a custom, that if you would like to turn around, spin your finger, roll your eye, whatever you want. Woo, one of those. You'll hear when it's time. Whatever you need to do to remember that this is God's day and you're alive. Vishamru B'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lazot et HaShabbat Ledoret HaBerit Olam. Vishamru B'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lazot et HaShabbat Ledoret HaBerit Olam. B'nei u'b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lazot et HaShabbat Ledoret HaBerit Olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et HaShamayim ve'et ha'aretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lazot et HaShabbat Ledoret HaBerit Olam. U'bayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lazot et HaShabbat Ledoret HaBerit Olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lazot et HaShabbat Ledoret HaBerit Olam. page 164. We'll do this a few times. When the Spirit moves you, please rise. Anananananana Adonai. Anananananana Sifatai Tifta. Anananananana Ufi Yagi. Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. La la la. Anananananana Adonai. Anananananana Svatai Tifta. Anananananana Ufi Yagi. Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. Anananananana Adonai. Anananananana Svatai Tifta. Anananananana Ufi Yagi. Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 166. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach Umagin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah, 168. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol atah Rav Lehoshia, Morid HaTahal, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayim Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Baal Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. 170. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. Jacob, would you be willing to read for us? On page 173. You can choose which one you'd like. You can do it from there or here. There? Okay.
May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise.
Amen. Normally at this part of the service we'd be on page 176, and you're welcome to turn to page 176. But instead of doing our typical gratitude reading, instead I'm going to ask you to think about something that you're feeling particularly grateful for today or in this moment, and to share it with someone near you. That's it. Just share it with someone near you. Would anyone care to share their gratitude out loud beyond the person near them? Toby.
I'm grateful my family made it in for the weekend.
Grateful everybody got here safe and healthy. Yes, absolutely. Anybody else want to share something that they're grateful for? Michelle, yeah.
Joe's getting his license in a couple of weeks, hopefully.
Joe Gonzalez getting his license. Nice. What else are we feeling grateful for today? Ivan.
Grateful to have you here leading services for us tonight. As always, beautiful voices you are and taking over like a champ. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm feeling particularly grateful for teamwork today. When we found out that the rabbi was sick, our team came into like full-blown teamwork mode, and it's where we shine the most. And it was really impressive to watch and to be a part of. And so that's what I'm feeling grateful for, teamwork. We're on page 178. Shalom Rav. Please, God, bring us peace. First in our hearts, and then in our homes, and then in our city, and allow it to extend to every inch of our world. Shalom Rav, al Yisrael amcha, tasid leolam. Shalom Rav, al Yisrael amcha, tasid leolam. Ki ata hu melech hador, v'chol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech hador, v'chol hashalom. Shalom Rav, al Yisrael amcha, tasid leolam. Shalom Rav, al Yisrael amcha, tasid leolam. V'tov b'necha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol eir u'b'chol shah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav, al Yisrael amcha, tasid leolam. Shalom Rav, al Yisrael amcha, tasid leolam. Tasid leolam. Tasid leolam. Please take a few moments of personal reflection and private prayer. When we come back, we'll be on page 180. the perks of being up here by myself is getting to pull an audible, change it up a little bit. Instead of our regular Oseh Shalom tonight, I'm going to share another one of the songs that I wrote with you. This song is called Zeh Hayom. It means this day. How great it is that we get another day. Sometimes we act like tomorrow's a given. We're lucky that for the most part it is. So as I pondered those thoughts, this is what came out. The wind is blowing, the trees are dancing, the sun is smiling, and I'm enchanted and lifted up. Zeh Hayom. Try some things sometimes and make some compromises, miss the mark sometimes, and round and round and round it goes and goes. Zeh Hayom. Asa Adonai. Asa I love being part of a community. I moved around almost every 2 years my entire life. My dad was in the military. Being in Barrington is one of my favorite things my whole life. To be in a town where I know most of the people, kind of have the vibe of what's going on. It also means that I get to celebrate the wins with people, like a bat mitzvah or a driver's license. Or when Soren's in a play, we get excited. We get excited for each other. When Ryan makes the captain of the wrestling team, I feel like it's my own son. I don't even have a son making that wrestling team. We also remember people in their time of need. And that's what a community does. I'm remembering in this moment that I was sick one time, and Toby was one of my religious school teachers, and she made a point to bring me chicken soup and a challah and some other goodies, not because she needed to, just because she wanted to. It was thoughtful in that moment. And that's what a community is, so thank you. And in this moment, we're remembering a few people who aren't feeling so well, and maybe there's somebody in your life that you'd like to mention out loud. The people, of course, that we're thinking about tonight, Jane Berkowitz and Lee Glantz in our community, and of course, Rabbi Howard Voss Altman. Rabbi, we hope you feel better soon. Is there anybody thinking about somebody tonight that they'd like to mention out loud that might need prayers of healing? I'm also thinking of Joanna Norton, my friend Sarit Katsu, my sister Karen Perlman, and her wife Liz Glazer, and all those who are suffering in ways that they don't need to be suffering, from war, or gun violence, or hate of any other kind. We're on page 371. Please join me for Misha Berach. Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishedera imotenu mekor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We're on page 648. A special time at Temple Habonim we like to call happy things. Shehechianu moments. Shehechianu says, thank you, God, for getting me here, keeping me here, and allowing me to experience another first, whether it's a first in your life or a first of the season. In a few weeks, my strawberries will have grown a little more, and I'll get to say a Shehechianu moment for the fact that I can keep a plant alive, which I never thought I would be able to do. So, Shehechianu moments can be small or large. I feel like there's somebody in the front row having a Shehechianu moment, but I can't figure out who. Who might it be? Zoe, what's going on tomorrow?
I'm getting bat mitzvah.
Zoe is having her bat mitzvah tomorrow. Technically, when you turn 13, you become a bat mitzvah, or a bar mitzvah, or a brit mitzvah. And tomorrow, you're going to be leading us in worship as a leader of our congregation. And you're going to do a wonderful job. And yeah, I'm really excited to be a part of it. So it's going to be wonderful. And I guess I'll let you said it before, but your whole family is here. It's nice to see them again. We saw them at Sam's bar mitzvah a few years ago, and now we're lucky enough to see them again and enjoy all the goodness that they bring. So welcome. Thank you. Soren, yes. Hamden Meadows Tough Tiger. Nice. Leading up to the Tough Tiger. Great. Danny. 13th wedding anniversary. Wonderful. Wonderful. You can let me know at the Oneg what the secret to a long, happy marriage is. My wife and I are a few years behind you, so we'll use your words of wisdom. Yeah, Kay. Last Thursday was Millie's birthday, and oh, it was your birthday this past Wednesday. Nice. Happy birthday. Yeah, that's wonderful. Happy birthday. Go forward in strength. Yasher koach. Others? Well, I guess we mentioned already, Joe's getting his license pretty soon. So Joe's going to take us all out for milkshakes or something like that sometime soon, yes? Maybe? He nods a little bit. Okay. Anything else? I'm great. I'm feeling a Shehechianu moment for young life in our congregation, reminding us that joy comes in all shapes and sizes and in all styles of voices as well. Page 648, Shehechianu. You might be like me and remember something halfway through the prayer. Share it with us at Oneg. We'd love to hear it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh. Just your voices. Amen. is usually where the rabbi would give a sermon. I'm not going to pretend to give any type of sermon, but I will remind you that the next portion of our worship service, going into the fifth part of our service, the fourth would be Torah, so we don't have it tonight, the fourth/fifth, is the Aleinu on 586. The Aleinu is a very controversial prayer in Judaism. The reason being that it talks about the chosen people. And for an inclusive environment that hopes to include Jews that aren't only born to a mother who is Jewish, but Jews who have converted, Jews who are Jewish in questioning their Judaism and trying to understand whether they might want to be Jewish or not. This prayer has a little bit of angst within it. And a mentor of mine, Cantor Ellen Dreskin, gave me this piece of wisdom that I thought I would share with you. She said, some people think of someone being chosen as a good thing. You're chosen to go out, throw out the first pitch at the Red Sox game. It's always a good thing. She said she likes to think of it as, I'm going to choose you to take out the garbage. You are the chosen one. Sometimes being chosen, sorry Sam, is not always...
You're actually right.
Exactly, great. Sam, you can take out the garbage, great. Sometimes being chosen isn't necessarily a right or something that's wonderful, but it's a responsibility. As in, you're chosen to do the right thing even when it's something that other people wouldn't do. Or you're chosen to be the best version of yourself and not make excuses, no matter what else is going on. And I really like that idea of the Aleinu, because the Aleinu has changed the words a little bit. We used to talk about reviving the dead. We used to talk about being chosen. Now we talk about it a little bit differently. We talk about giving life. We talk about making the world a better place. So if our prayer service is all about a life cycle, this is a, okay, cool, what are you going to do about it kind of situation. So again, on page 586, we rise for Aleinu, thinking about specific actions that we can do in our community, specific things we can do for other people, and ways that we can be our best self. We're at the bottom of the page, 586. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tefilu l'aleotzer b'reshit, shelo asanu kiyoyeh haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'goralenu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. 591. 591. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום Ushemo, Ushemo Echa. Please be seated. It is a fearful thing to love what death can touch. A fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be, and oh, to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing, to love what death has touched. We're going to be on page 598. On tonight we remember several yortzites in our congregation. If you're remembering a yortzite, feel free to stand when your name is called, or the person that you're remembering is called. And if you'd like, share something about them. Tonight, we're remembering Lillian Siegel, great-grandmother of Danny Breyer. We're remembering Alan Cohen, father of Evan Cohen. Sid Glassner, father of William Glassner. Dave Glucksman, father of Albert Glucksman. Anita Moore Ashelman, mother of Anna Kane. Anna Weinberg, step-grandmother of Andrea Russell. Jerome Bloomer, father of Merle Siegel. And Hella Valk, mother of Stephen Valk. If there's anybody who is in the year of mourning, please rise. And as one community, we rise both in support of the people standing and for those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah be'alma divarach hiroteh v'yamlich malchuteh v'chayechun v'yomechun uv'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'alam ul'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yinaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha berechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata ta'amiran be'alma ve'imru amen. Yehei shlam al rabbah min shamaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yosvei tevel ve'imru amen. Please be seated. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. At this time, I would like to invite up Ivan Wolfson, our president, to give you some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. I don't see announcement. Oh. Such a Luddite here. I can't. Okay. Well, I know how to make it bigger. Thank you to our greeters, Ryan and Stephanie Wilmar. And thank you for hosting the Oneg, which will be down in our little lovely courtyard as soon as services are over. I know that there's really only two announcements. There's tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, the Brit Mitzvah, Bat Mitzvah of Zoe, which we're very excited for, and the religious school picnic on Sunday at 11 o'clock, right here. That's really what we need to tell you about. And again, I just want to thank David for stepping up in our time here. And Rabbi Howard, we wish you well. Hope to see you soon. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
If we want, we can giggle at me because I realize that this hasn't been on the entire time. A little giggle is always a good thing. It's always a good thing. Zoe, would you like to come up and help us with Kiddush and Motzi? Yes, I'm hoping anybody else who would like to come, I told Zoe, anybody under the 18 mark, I would love for you to be up here. So please come up and be part of it. Be part of our community. Come on up, everybody. All y'all youngsters. Come on, you youngsters. Yeah, come on up. That's what Jews do. Here we go. And we have our Kiddush cup here. Great. Nice. Oh, and Sophie's going to come too. Yes. Excellent. Oh, wonderful. The whole mishpacha. Okay, great. All right, come on. Come stand with the group. In fact, do you want to stand right over? Yeah, that's great. And maybe if somebody wants to take a picture at some point, that would be great. Why don't you stand right there in front of the guitar stand? Here you go. Ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim. Is it wine or juice?
Juice.
Juice. Excellent. Excellent. Wonderful challah here. Wine is our symbol of joy. Challah, our symbol of sustenance. Tomorrow is going to be a joyful and sustainable day. I'm very excited. Zoe's got a lot to say. You listen to her Devar Torah. She's got a lot to say. Go ahead, Zoe. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'te'avon. You're the only one who's touched it, so you're welcome to rip off a little piece. There you go. Nice. Excellent. You got it. Excellent. Nice job.
Thank you.
Everybody can go back to your seats. Thank you so much for being up here and supporting Zoe. And we'll get there. We'll get there. Yep. Sorry, friends. I think I flipped the pages. I think I thought it was a little bit earlier in here. Great. On page 642, the bottom of the page, Elah Hamda Libi. God is my heart's desire. Appear, do not hide. So often we hide from our responsibilities, from who we are deep inside. As I've been planning, in a couple weeks, we're going to have our Pride service. It's actually going to be the Friday night of Ryan's bar mitzvah. We're going to have a special guest, Ben Pagliaro. Ben is a Jewish musician and rapper. So you will hear a different style of service, almost all music. And Ben and I were talking last night about what it means to be true to yourself, what it means to not hide from who you are. I like to have fun. I'm a silly person. So in this moment, I'm going to be silly. It sounds like this. Eilech hamda libi. Eilech hamda libi. Eilech hamda libi. Eilech hamda libi. Yeah, you got it. Come do it with me. Eilech hamda libi. 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 Those were claps, you can do them. Eilech hamda libi. Eilech hamda libi. Eilech hamda libi. Kusana ve'al nati talem. Come out wherever you are. Hosanna ve'al Jerusalem. Come out wherever you are. Hosanna ve'al natita elechem dalibi. Elechem dalibi. Elechem dalibi. Elechem dalibi. And if you were born in 1900 through 1950, you're more familiar with this version. Elechem dalibi. Elechem dalibi. Hosanna ve'al natidalem. Elechem dalibi. Hosanna ve'al natidalem. Elechem dalibi. Hosanna ve'al natidalem. May you have a safe and happy, healthy week. We'll see you again either tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock or this time again on Friday night next week. Shabbat Shalom.